If your business moves any goods in Serbia, you are going to want to listen up. Yep, you heard that right. That traditional paper consignment note, the one that travels with every single shipment, is officially on its way out. A brand new, fully digital system is taking its place, and believe me, the clock is ticking. And look, this isn't just some minor software update. We are talking about a fundamental shift in how transport is documented, tracked, and monitored. So the big question we're really digging into today is, what does this actually mean for your operations, and are you truly ready for what's coming? Okay, let's jump right in. To get prepared, we first have to get a handle on what this new system is really all about. So at its core, the e-delivery system, which you might also hear called the e-transport system, is a complete digital overhaul. Every little detail of a shipment, from the sender and receiver to product descriptions and quantities, all of it now gets captured and locked into a standard electronic format before the truck even leaves the warehouse. But you might be asking, why? Why go through all this trouble? Well, that's the crucial point. This is about way more than just saving paper. It's really about building a much smarter, more transparent economic framework for the whole country. You see, the goals here are pretty layered. For the government, it means they can see exactly what's moving across the country in real time. That dramatically improves oversight. And of course, a clear digital trail makes it so much easier to enforce that compliance and crack down on fraud. But for businesses, the real long-term win is streamlined admin, and frankly, getting in sync with the digital standards that are taking over logistics all around the globe. All right, so that's the why. Now let's get into the how. How is this actually going to work day in and day out? Let's pop the hood and look at the technical side of things. And this is where it gets really interesting when you see the old way right next to the new system. We are moving from slow, manual, paper-based processes with all sorts of delays to a fully automated, real-time data exchange. This shift completely changes the game for everybody involved. The technical backbone really boils down to three core ideas. First, everything flows through one single government platform. So if you're already familiar with Serbia's SF portal for e-invoicing, this is going to feel very similar. Second, the document format is standardized. It has to be UBL 2.1 XML, which, and this is the really smart part, is the exact same standard they use for e-invoices. That should make the transition way easier. And finally, your access is all handled securely through the National eID portal. And get this, you don't have to wait until the deadline to figure it all out. There is a fully functional demo environment that's already live. This is fantastic because it means your IT teams can jump in today and start testing their integrations and workflows. No need to fly blind. Okay, this brings us to what might be the most critical part of this whole explainer. The hard deadlines you absolutely cannot afford to miss, and, well, the penalties if you do. The rollout is happening in two main phases. So phase 1 kicks off on January 1st, 2026. From that date, it's mandatory for all business-to-government shipments and also for all B2B transport of excise goods, things like alcohol and tobacco. Then phase 2 begins on October 1st, 2027, and that's the big one. That's when the mandate expands to cover every single business-to-business transaction in the entire country. And the government is not messing around when it comes to compliance. Fines for not following the rules can go as high as about 17,100 euros. That's a pretty clear signal that getting prepared isn't just a good idea. It's absolutely essential. So how do you avoid those penalties and make sure your business is ready to roll? Well, let's walk through a clear 5-step action plan to get you from where you are right now to being fully compliant. Here's your roadmap. Step 1, assess and register. Take a hard look at your current systems and figure out where the gaps are, and get registered on that eID portal. Step 2, engage your vendors. Call your IT and software partners now and start planning those upgrades for UBL 2.1 XML. Step 3, test and pilot. Use that demo environment. I mean it. Run pilot shipments, find the bugs, and fix them early. Step 4, train and align. Get your internal teams up to speed and update your contracts with your transport partners. And finally, Step 5, stay informed. Keep your ear to the ground for any regulatory updates from the authorities. It's so important to see this change through the right lens. This isn't just another box you have to tick. Embracing this digital framework is a truly strategic move. Yeah, it keeps you compliant, but more than that, it positions your business to be way more efficient
and competitive in a market that's modernizing really, really fast.
So the bottom line is this. The move from paper to pixels in Serbian logistics isn't some far-off concept anymore. It's here. The deadlines are set, the tech specs are clear, and the tools you need to prepare are already available. So the only real question left is, what's your first move going to be?